Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for visiting. I'm coming on tonight to introduce you to the April release from Impression Obsession. They have new stamps and dies being released this month, and I made some, in my opinion, super cute samples to share with you. So let me go ahead and share the products that I used. I did use a little stack here of previously released items, and then I do have two new die sets that are being released, and then there's a handful of stamp sets being released as well. So I'll share those with you. So to get started here, I used this tag. This is the tag with reinforcer. This is a previously released die set, and what I love about this one, it has this extra piece here that you can die cut and place over your tag, and then it has a little scoring bar right here, so when you fold it over you can adhere it to the back side of your tag, so you have like a double-sided reinforcer, and then it has a little space up here at the top that you can thread ribbons or twines or something like that through the top, and you'll see on my samples what I'm referring to. But I love this tag shape here, and I really like having this little reinforcer, and it works great for all kinds of tags, not just this particular one. I also used this previously released pink stitched sentiment banner set, and I love this set. I use this one a lot for all my sentiments, and it comes with three little banners here that have the pinked ends, and then it has stitching along all of the edges as well. So this is a really great little die set to have, and I use it all the time. In fact, I use it so often I just die cut a whole bunch of the little banners here in white cardstock. So I just have these really handy here on my desk, and so that makes it really easy. They die cut really quick if you do 3 at a time and just keep them, a little stash of them there. I also used my Speech Bubbles die set, and this one is a 5-piece die set that comes with 5 different speech bubble dies, and the ovals here are opposite directions, but then the rectangles here are just 3 different sizes. So this is a fun set to use if you have little sayings that you want your critters, or if you want to have your card front to say something fun, you can put it in a speech bubble. I also used on one of my cards, which I'm not sure you're even going to be able to see it, but I'll share it with you anyways. But I used this on the background of one of my cards just to add a little bit of visual interest. And this is one of the previously released cover cards that's called Broken Chain Link. And I really like this this stamp just to add a little bit of interest in the background. This is a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch stamp. I've used it several times recently, and so I've shared it with you recently, but I really like this one. And then I used this stamp here. This is one that Jeannie released either last month or maybe two months ago, maybe. But I really love this one. It's so fun. It's called Tiny Dot Texture. And this one is great for incorporating into this month's new release products, and you'll see why. So I love this particular stamp from Jeannie, and it's also 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So a really nice large stamp. All right, so now let me share a couple of die sets that I have releasing this month. This is the 2 separate die sets that are releasing. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece set. This is a chili pepper, and he comes with a hat, and of course the chili pepper itself. It comes with a little face if you want to cut that out of your chili pepper, or you can choose not to, just to cut it plain. It comes with this little piece that's like the chili pepper cap, the little leaf cap. And then it comes with this, which is a mustache. Every chili pepper should have a mustache. And this is a great mustache to have to incorporate with some of your other, and the hat as well, if you have some of the other critters from Impression Obsession. These 2 items incorporate really well with those items too. And then this is my taco die set, and so here you've got a 4-piece die set. This is your taco shell, and then you have 3 pieces that you can use for your, for example, your tomatoes, your cheeses, and your lettuces, or you can use this as like your ground beef or beans. So this is a really fun set, and the designers for Impression Obsession have done some super cute cards and tags with these die sets this month. So really, really cute. So those are my 2 die sets for the month, and I had a lot of fun playing with these, so super fun. And then there are a Oh, I have 4 clear sets. I know there's more stamps being released this month, but these are the ones that I selected to use. So this one is from Jeannie. It's called Taco Sayings. So I love this set from Jeannie. It was really fun to use with my taco dice and the chili pepper as well. So I'll let you read those little sentiments. And then also she released, this one is called Chili Pepper Sayings. I've got the hots for you. You're so spicy. So this is a fun one as well. And then I have a couple of sets here from NOLA. And this one is called Just for Fun. I love the snail, the bear in his britches. So cute. And then this one from NOLA, which is called Thanks. And I really like this one as well. I really like this great big thanks here. Thank you with all my butt. I'd say heart, but my butt's bigger. Cute little hippo. So those are the stamp sets that I have to share with you. And I don't actually have any samples made today using these 2 sets, but there will be more samples that I share over the next week or so that will incorporate those stamps. So let me go ahead and share the samples that I made. So here is a tag that I made using just the base of that tag die that I shared with you earlier. And here you can see the chili pepper with the mustache. I chose not to cut out the eyes and nose, just left the chili plain. And then of course I incorporated the little cap there as some green leaves. Here's his hat. And then on the base of the tag here, I stamped the heart that comes from Jeannie's Chili Pepper Sayings set. She's got that really cute little solid heart right there. So I used that just to stamp some interest here on the base of my tag. And I just used like a, I don't know, like a mustardy yellow to stamp that on the craft paper. And then have a great day. So cute. So there's that one. And then I made a taco card, or a couple taco cards actually. So here's one of those sentiment banners, speech bubbles, sorry. And we go together like tacos and Tuesdays. And then here I used the mustache on the taco. And then here you can see how I used all the different shapes that come with the taco die to, die cut it out of different colored papers. And then that really quickly makes it look like the ingredients in your taco. And you could also use this, the shape that I've used here for the lettuce. I've used it for the ground beef that's coming out the edges here. And you could also use it if you die cut out a white to be like sour cream. So... And then I just used a Copic marker here to add some polka dots, just to give my card and the taco there some texture. So that's the first card. And then I have this card here that kind of incorporates a tag on a card. And so here again, I used one of the speech bubbles. I used the taco die and created a big taco using, of course, red for the tomatoes and yellow here for the cheese. And then I put it on this little scalloped die cut that I had from my stash. It was just tucked into one of my little bins of die cut shapes that I've made in the past and hadn't used. So I'm not sure where that die cut is from, but I thought it made a cute little doily there. And then here again, I used that tag die. And here you can see where I used the reinforcer, and I was able to slip that twine there through that reinforcer where it folds over. And so that's a cute little detail there. And again, I just used a Copic marker to add some polka dots for some texture. So here in the background you can see. And here on the taco shell as well. So fun, fun. Here's a card that I made using the pepper die a couple of ways. I love that when you die cut the pepper, you can actually flip it the opposite direction. So if you can have a left-facing pepper and a right-facing pepper, and the green cap fits it both ways. So that's kind of handy. And of course the mustache would fit it as well, and the hat too. Here's another one of those little speech bubble banners. Here on the base of my card, you might be able to see that polka dot stamp, the tiny dots stamp from Jeannie. I stamped it in a slightly darker green than my card base, just to give it a little bit of interest there on the card base. And then I used my tracing wheel to add some faux stitching here, which I think turned out really fun. And you might also be able to see there's some polka dots on the chili peppers. And then I also used a Copic marker to add a little bit of shading on the back side of the hat brim, and then just up here on the top of the hat brim as well. If you can see that difference in color there, that was just done with a marker. So that's a fun card. And then the last sample I have to share with you is this one here. You're the salsa to my tacos. And here is another place where I used Jeannie's Tiny Dots to give my taco shell some texture. And then I just used a Copic marker to add little dots to my green chili pepper. And then here on the background, which is where I think you're probably not going to be able to see it very well, is where I used that broken chain link stamp just to add a little bit of interest to this card base here. And I just stamped it in a pale brown color, so it's kind of like a tone on tone. And then again, here I used my tracing wheel to add some faux stitching, which I think just adds a lot of little interest there to the card base. So I think my cards turned out really cute. I hope you're inspired, and check out the Impression Obsession website for all these new products and their older products, which are so fun to be incorporating into our newly released products. It's always fun to pull things out of your stash and put them to use, so be sure you're doing that as well. I love pulling out some of my previously released die sets and incorporating them with my newer products. So I'll put some links down below. Check out the other designers. There will be a list of designers sharing inspiration available from my blog, also on the Impression Obsession blog as well, where you can see what the other designers have been sharing. Lots of super cute samples have been made using these new products. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.